Why do you always feel you're not enough? Just answer this question. Why do you feel that no matter how hard you try, you're just not enough? Not good enough, not smart enough, not successful enough, not attractive enough, just not enough. I want you all to answer this question. You wake up every single day carrying this invisible pressure of, to look better, to do better, even when nobody is asking you to. And you're clapping for everybody, you're watching everybody move ahead with their lives. And inside, you're just thinking, what is wrong with me? You laugh, you pretend, but inside, you're just tired. Tired of pretending that you're okay, tired of trying to prove something or the other to everybody or to yourself. And maybe what hurts the most is that nobody knows about this. I mean, you might have good grades, you've got good friends, but nobody sees the constant war that is going inside your head. Nobody knows that sometimes how difficult is it to exist. And probably you have not told anybody about it. Because how would you explain such a thing that does not have a clear reason behind it? So if you ever feel that you're falling behind and everybody is racing ahead, and if you ever feel that no matter how much I give, it is not enough, this video is for you. Not to tell you that stay positive or try harder, but to finally talk about the things that we are quietly carrying inside, and maybe to help you breathe a little bit better. So I just want to say that maybe the problem is not you. Maybe the problem is in the way you have been taught to measure your worth. So stick with me for a little bit, and this might be the reminder your heart has been waiting for. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, comparison. I'll start off by giving the most basic example. When you scroll through Instagram or YouTube or any other social media, it's easy to feel like you're coming up short. I mean, I don't blame you for that. Everybody else's life seems so perfect. And, the pictures, the achievements, the friends, it's so easy to get lost in that social media world. And here's something I wish someone told me a lot sooner, that you are only seeing the highlight reel, not the entire story. I mean, behind every picture perfect post is a story of struggles, of insecurities, and of messy days. If I talk about myself, I encountered this moment in my life where I felt that I was the only one struggling to keep it all together. And I had this conversation with one of my closest friends. She told me that she felt the exact same way, like she was pretending, putting on a mask every single day. And that moment I realized that nobody has it all figured out. Everybody is fighting their own battles. And comparison is literally the thief of joy. It is like you are in a race that you did not sign up for. Sometimes we feel that हमारी प्रॉब्लम कितनी बड़ी है एंड सामने वाले की छोटी है, इसलिए वो अपनी लाइफ में खुश है. बट हर किसी के लाइफ में अपने हार्डशिप्स एंड अपने स्ट्रगल्स होते हैं. गॉड ने हर किसी को कैपेबिलिटीज़ दी होती हैं, इक्वल कैपेबिलिटीज़ टू डील विद देयर ओन प्रॉब्लम्स. एंड द ओनली डिफरेंस lies in the fact that how you are dealing with your problem and how they are dealing with their problem. And to be honest, most of my life I've dealt with my problem in such an immature way. Like, if I had any problem in my life, the first thing that I would do is start blaming myself instead of trying to find a solution. I mean, mistakes hoti hai, but what you do after that mistake makes you different. Whether you start bashing yourself for that or you start accepting, forgiving, and trying to find a solution. I mean, if God or if life is throwing some hardship or some difficulty at you, They feel that you're capable enough to deal with it. Instead of blaming yourself, this life is so small, and if you do this will take you nowhere. We have our goals to accomplish. We want to make our parents proud, and we have to reach that level of point. But this is going to take us nowhere. I mean, you don't have the time to do that. You can't afford to do that. You have better opportunities instead of doing that. You have better things to do. And now, something most of us fall into, the trap of constantly trying to fix ourselves. Each passing day, you try to become stronger, smarter, more attractive, better. Guys, I am not saying that there is something wrong with trying to grow. I mean, growth is such a beautiful process, but it becomes more of a pressure cooker if not taken in the right way. If I talk about myself, sometimes I feel that if I'm not improving, I am failing. But that is a dangerous mindset, because it makes you believe that your worth lies in your productivity level, lies in your perfection, lies in your achievements. But, sweetheart, this is not the entire truth. You are worthy just because you exist, not because you're doing something or you are not doing something. So don't make this the entire story that defines you. I mean, you just stop trying to fix yourself just because you are broken. You are not broken. You have to fix yourself with this positive mindset that you have to be a better version of yourself. If you have to compare yourself, compare it with yourself. I mean, try to be someone you look up to. Try to, improve yourself. You have goals, think about that in a way, and start treating yourself like you are valuable, even when you're messy, even when you're imperfect, even when you're tired. Now you know the sinking feeling of that voice that is constantly telling you that you're not enough. How do you fight it? How do you stop it from running the show? Firstly, recognize that voice, that it is not the truth. It is just a story that your mind is creating, like this stretched record that won't change its tune. But remember, you are the boss, you are the hero of your life, and you can change the music. And here's how you can do it. Firstly, call out the voice. Now, this might sound simple, but it's really powerful. When the voice pops up, maybe after a mistake or maybe after a comparison, stop and say out loud with me, okay, I hear you, but you're not the boss of me. Okay, I hear you, but you're not the boss of me. Okay, I hear you, but you're not the boss of me. Instead of getting swallowed by these thoughts, you become the observer. And it's almost like someone is shouting negativity at you, and you're putting these noise cancelling headphones, and you can still hear it, but it just does not control you anymore. Talk to yourself like you talk to your own best friend. Imagine your best friend comes up to you and says that, यार I don't feel good enough, यार I don't feel enough. आप क्या बोलोगे उसको? That you're not alone in this, we are together, you're the best, you're completely enough. यही बोलोगे. Now tell me this one thing. Why is it so easy to be kind to others than being kind to yourself? Start practicing this kindness in words, because the words you say to yourself, they matter more than you think, and they become a shield against your self-doubt. And when you start saying this, that I'm proud of how far I've come, I deserve to be happy, I deserve to relax, you are rewiring your brain to believe in your worth, and not just at your success or not just your work, in your worth. Celebrate small wins. Now, we often wait for the big and the grand moments to feel good about ourselves. But, dear besties, life doesn't always hand out trophies. So, start celebrating the small stuff, the small wins, And literally they can be as small as, did you get out of bed today even if you were feeling lazy? That's a win. Did you do something out of comfort zone today? That's a win. क्या तुमने आज फ़ोन देखने के बजाय कुछ प्रोडक्टिव किया? That's a win. So when you start acknowledging the small stuff like this, you literally start feeding confidence to yourself, and these tiny victories, they bloom to become something a lot bigger. Remember, your worth is not earned, it is inherent. Now this might be the hardest to accept, because we are conditioned to think in a way that we have to earn love, we have to earn respect. But tell me, does a tree have to prove its worth to sunlight and rain? It just is. Similarly, in that way, you don't have to hit milestones to be worthy of something. You're already worthy, you're already enough, and even on the worst days, you're worthy of love and respect. Surround yourself with real people, not screens. In this digital age, it's so easy to get lost in the posts and the reels of Instagram. And I want you to know that real connection matters. Find the people who see you, see the good in you, the bad, the everything, the messy, and talk it out, vent out with them. It's almost like shining a bright flashlight in a dark room. When you are surrounded with the right people, when you share it out with the right people. Practice gratitude. Now, sometimes I think that it is so silly of us, of me, that we have always taken gratitude in a very smaller sense of being thankful. I mean, yes, it is of being thankful, but it is also training your brain what is right and what is wrong. Just try journaling and writing about the things you've been grateful for. And it can be as simple as the food you eat, the education you have, and the family you live in, the water you drink. बहुत सारे लोगों के पास ये basic amenities भी नहीं होती हैं, and you have to be grateful for that. And trust me, it is such a powerful antidote. And these habits, they literally shift your mindset, and you then start having a healthy mindset. Be patient and gentle with yourself. Guys, I want you to know that this is not an overnight fix. It will take time for your self-confidence and self-love to grow, and that's completely okay. What matters is you keep showing up for yourself even when it is hard. And that is why they say that Rome wasn't built in a day. Your self-acceptance, your worth, your self-love, they are work in progress. And this is just the last thing I want to say. It is not about erasing the feeling altogether. Obviously, it is part of being human. It is about starting to, it is about learning to live with it without it defining you. I mean, it can't define you. You are so much bigger than that voice. You are stronger than your overthinking. You matter. You are worthy. And you are enough. You are enough. Thank you so much for watching.